Now, what are we to do today?
Well, there's a very short issue over here because the Supreme Court is covering the CBI is now investigating the bulk of what's happened in that very sorry incident of 9th August.
I think my friends have just served us a supplementary affidavit, my lords, late this morning. We'll need to read the affidavit and respond to it.
This is it's only an amendment of a prayer. And
but we don't know all of these things, my lords, when it's served 20 minutes before.
Madam, Learned Senior Counsel Mr. Jethmalani mentioned that is, in fact, we sought for a clarification that when the Honorable Supreme Court is seized of the matter, whether this court can adjudicate this issue. Then Learned Senior Advocate submitted that they have sought for clarification, and the Honorable Supreme Court was pleased to clarify that all other issues can be raised in the before the High Court. But as of now, the bunch of matters have gone out of the list, and we have said that liberty to mention as and when the matter, as per the direction of the Honorable Supreme Court. So we want to be doubly sure that whether there is any order to that said effect, or it was an oral clarification.
My lords, the order is now out of the Honorable Supreme Court. It does not specifically speak to Mr. Jethmalani's petition in any which way, my lords. Though Mr. Jethmalani has an IA pending there in the Supreme Court and his 2 writ petitions here, and now a new supplementary affidavit, which he's moved about half an hour ago and served all of us. This is the situation, my lords.
So that we can give grant time. In fact, when he mentioned, we requested the counsel on record for the senior counsel to inform your good self.
Yes,
so that you
I'm
can
so grateful, my lords. I'm so grateful.
You can be present.
Yes.
But sir, one small request.
Yes.
Can that some order in writing, if you can be able to obtain?
I asked the Supreme Court. I'll tell your lordship what happened. Ms. Guruswamy was present there, and the court pointed out that Ms. Guruswamy is present there, and the assumption being that she would tell your lordships what happened in court, but she's only revealed part of what happened. If I may say,
that's not correct, my lords.
Ms. Guruswamy, you can reply to me. I regret you've taken this partial.
This is misconstrued. Of what has happened. The court saw Mr. Jethmalani twice or thrice, brought it to the notice of the court. The court heard him and moved on. This is what happens in these hearings, which are so crowded.
All right, madam.
Today, 1 minute. Ms. Guruswamy, I'll take it. Please record what Ms. Guruswamy says. I'll tell your lordship about what happened. This is my view of the matter. The court said that Mr. Jethmalani, the only thing that we have transferred to the CBI is the investigation of the rape and murder and nothing else. And I don't think, and it said that the Calcutta High Court should be aware of the scope of what we have transferred. Ms. Guruswamy was there. And they specifically told me Ms. Guruswamy is present in court today. That is in the Supreme Court. And I think impliedly it meant that Ms. Guruswamy would tell the court that this issue about the police commissioner of the state of West Bengal, of Calcutta, of the city of Calcutta, having revealed the name of the rape victim, was very much within your lordship's remit. They said that it's not necessary to. I asked them twice, why don't you all do it in writing? They said, Mr. Jethmalani, it's not necessary. And well, this is the point in paragraph 6 of the Supreme Court order. I will point out what the Supreme Court has said. The Supreme Court in paragraph 6 said, to answer Ms. Guruswamy's, my lord, reticence, the CBI, as it appears before this court,
unnecessary.
CBI, as it appears before the court, is conducting an investigation on 2 facets. This is this. That's all. The alleged rape and murder which took place on 9th August 24 at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, and 2, the allegations in regard to financial irregularities, which were also entrusted for investigation by the CBI by the orders of a division bench of the Calcutta High Court. There are only 2 issues, very clearly specified. And my lord, I don't think we need any. This matter admits of no doubt whatsoever, notwithstanding Ms. Guruswamy's statement that Mr. Jethmalani mentioned it thrice. the court said there is no need to do this. Because,
my lords, we are happy to appear before my lords. It would be a great honor to clarify this issue before my lords. All I'm saying is, since Mr. Jethmalani has dutifully served us late this morning,
that's a separate issue.
Supplementary affidavit, I didn't interrupt you, Mr. Jethmalani. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me. Please don't interrupt me.
Sorry, I'm bound to interrupt you because...
My lords, all I'm saying is, we're just asking for some time to respond to these various supplementary affidavits that he keeps filing. This is all I'm
sorry.
saying.
There are not various supplementary affidavits.
No, I mean, there are two petitions
I'm really
here.
sorry. There's only one. There's only one amendment that has been made to a prayer.
My lords, I'll let him continue, my lords.
You let me continue. Please
go ahead. Please go ahead.
Now, the commissioner of police...
Sorry for interruption.
Yes.
So the procedure here is...
Yes.
In the Calcutta High Court...
Yes, Manu.
When you have to bring on record a document or something, a supplementary affidavit is filed and the document is annexed to it.
Yes.
And if there is an amendment of prayer in my parent High Court, they take out an application for amendment of prayer.
Yes,
here they take out an application in IA CAN number so-and-so.
Yes.
For giving a supplementary affidavit. In the supplementary affidavit, there is a prayer. Please amend prayer A of my petition as so-and-so.
Yes.
So whenever it comes up, the Dasti is there, that is advance services required to be complied with.
Yes.
And court generally grants an opportunity to the other side to respond to whatever prayers they want.
No difficulty. No difficulty.
There are two things, sir.
Yes, sir.
One is whether the concerned commissioner, the then commissioner, who is implemented by name in this writ petition,
yes,
desires to file an affidavit.
Correct. That's for the state to tell us.
Because, madam,
I'll have to take instructions on it, my lord. I follow. I bow down. I appreciate what my lords are saying.
Yes, because he has to take a stand, a clear stand.
Certainly, I'll take instructions.
There are three respondents in the writ petition. The first is the then Commissioner of Police. The second is the Secretary, Department of Home and Hill Affairs, State of West Bengal.
Yes, my lord.
Third is the Ministry of Home Affairs, Government of India.
My lord.
So now, the first respondent will have to file an affidavit.
Milord, I appear for the state, Milord, or the respondent number 2. But I also, Milord, wish to, Milord, respond to, Milord, whatever, Milord, Mr. Jethmalani's client has filed.
Yes.
Because I don't have a copy of the supplementary.
No, the London Advocate General. That's a supplementary affidavit.
Yes, Milord, I follow.
There are the allegations in the writ petition has to be answered.
Yes.
So the state can answer, the first respondent can answer,
yes,
and the central government can also answer.
Yes, Milord.
Or you say,
absolutely, madam.
Central government doesn't want to answer, doesn't want to.
No, Milord, it is actually not belonging to the Home Department. It actually belongs to the Department of Personnel and Training. Because the IAS and IAS officers are all allied officers. They come under direct control of the Department of Personnel and Training. So we shall have to take instruction.
What, Madam Pandya?
We will commend your lordship to that effect. By your lordship may grant leave.
You have implemented the wrong respondent.
Your lordship, we will make the necessary amendments. In appellate side, it is permitted to amend through the advocate on leave granted by the Honorable High Court.
But then they have to be served. The department, the
your lordship, the learned ASG shall.
ASG is a senior advocate, madam. So how you can serve?
I'll serve the Ministry of Law and Justice, your lordship.
Whatever is the procedure. And where is that supplementary affidavit? No, Mika, where
lordship, this is the supplementary affidavit.
But my instructions are, Milord, it has not yet been served on my learned junior.
Nice.
Who appears for state?
I am appearing.
You give one copy. But
copy has been served. I'll serve.
Sir, there is one earlier order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court. I remember two orders. The first order, in fact, when we first passed the order in the bunch of petitions,
yes,
the lead case was the parents of the victim.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Where we had requested the electronic and print media that the identity or the name, etc., of the victim should not be disclosed.
Correct, ma'am.
And we also said to YouTubers, etc., please be responsible in doing that.
Yes.
And we also masked the names of the writ petitioners. That is, the parents of the victims were shown as XXX. We have masked.
Yes.
Subsequently, when the matter was dealt with by the Supreme Court, I don't remember the date of the order. The Honorable Supreme Court issued some directions to
Wikipedia, Manoj.
Wikipedia.
Yes, Manoj.
Yes.
Detailed direction.
That is one order we'd like to see.
Yes,
then there is another order which says that it is not restricted only to Wikipedia, but extended to so and so, so and so.
That's last time's order. That is the last order.
Last order date.
Your Lordship, I have placed that order. I've handed, Your Lordship, last order I have handed over.
Paragraph 3 of the last order.
Lordship.
2 and 3. Your Lordships may kindly see paragraphs 2 and 3 of that order. It is not confined to Wikipedia, but shall apply to all intermediaries.
Yes, and the order prior to that was specific to Wikipedia. 13 days.
That's right. For once we are in agreement with this.
Yes.
So therefore, sir, prima facie, the Honorable Supreme Court is also conscious of, seized of the matter regarding disclosure of the name of the victim by either print or electronic media, or maybe individuals also.
Yes, sir.
There is another writ petition filed by, I forget his name.
Tipti Pandey. Tipti Pandey and Apunna Banerjee. There are 2 writ petitions.
2 writ petitions have been filed. That also we have adjourned it along with the batch. Where one is regarding certain YouTube, not YouTube, WhatsApp, no.
YouTube, social media publication and displaying the photographs and
photograph of the victim with very, very obnoxious statements.
And we have filed it for pursuant to lawsuit direction.
Yes. And we directed the Joint Director CBI to see what can be done about it, whether they can partner with the state cyber wing and do the investigation. But
my lord, in the last order, the Supreme Court had asked the Solicitor General through the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, this is paragraph 3, to nominate a nodal officer who shall in fact be the nodal officer to coordinate this, to deal with this unauthorized uploading of content of information pertaining to the deceased. That is paragraph 3. May I read paragraphs 2 and 3 out, my lords?
Yes.
Yeah, the earlier order of the court, so this is the last order, of this court shall, it is clarified, not be confined only to Wikipedia, but shall also apply to all intermediaries. To reiterate, no intermediary shall allow or carry the publication of the name of the deceased, her identity, photographs or videos, either pertaining to the incident at the R.J. Kaur Medical College or otherwise. 3. On the request of the court, the Solicitor General has stated that the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology shall nominate a nodal officer to whom any communication in relation to the unauthorized uploading of content or information pertaining to the deceased can be intimated, so that necessary for pulling down such publication or dissemination. And then, my lords, paragraph 4 is the status report on the CBI investigation. Now, all we are saying, my lords, is given that the Supreme Court is cognizant of this facet of the case, and given that we have been served with these documents so late in the day, we are just requesting some time to respond to all of this. So
no difficulty. No, I am not objecting to that.
No, they are. Mrs. Jetmalani is not opposing, but Madam, prima facie, on reading para 2 and 3,
my lord,
the Honorable Supreme Court is dealing with or issued directions not to do certain things, initially to one party, then extended to all intermediaries, then recording Solicitor General submission that how they can, pull down this. But what about cases which are prior to this, where names were disclosed, identity, because 2 other writ petitions are running in the list.
Yes, my lords, I must also say with respect, these 2 writ petitions are identical to each other. They emanate from the same law office. I'll just bring that on record and I'll inform my lords. They are cut and paste copies of each other. The lawyers come from the same law chambers.
It is not new to us.
My lord, what does one say, my lord?
But you can be clubbed.
This is the state of public interest litigation, my lord.
Jetmalani had mentioned this matter before this court for an early listing. We had requested the learned counsel on record appearing for the writ petitioner to inform the learned advocates appearing for the respondents, including the learned senior advocate appearing for the first respondent. Accordingly, they have been informed and the matter is listed under the caption to be mentioned. The first clarification we wanted was whether this court can deal with the prayer sought for in the writ petition when the Honorable Supreme Court is seized of the matter relating to the RG car incident. It is a submission of the learned senior advocate appearing for the writ petitioner that a specific clarification was sought for from the Honorable Supreme Court, and it was and in the order passed by the Honorable Supreme Court dated
30th September.
30th September. 30th September. In paragraph
6,
the facets, the two facets which were being dealt with by the CBI have been set down, namely 1I, the alleged rape and murder which took place on 9th August 2024 at RG Kar Medical College and Hospital, semicolon, and 2Is, the allegations in regard to the financial irregularities which were also entrusted for investigation by CBI by the orders of a division bench of the Calcutta High Court. Therefore, it is a submission